What's going on, everybody? Oscar back. I've got an all new Let's Talk About coming your way. So, if you have never seen any of my Let's Talk About videos, if this is your first time watching my channel, Let's Talk About videos are ones where I talk to you about a series and I try not to spoil too much about that series because the whole point of these is to create interest in this thing that I am currently reading. Sometimes it's something that's been out and I'm just new to it. Other times it's something that literally just came out, and I want to, have us all be kind of on the same page about the thing. And I do a lot of these about a lot of different stories because I'm kind of into everything. I like a lot of different kinds of storytelling and just different kinds of authors that do different works, and I'm not really a person that I feel like I can be pigeonholed into one sort of genre, and I like a lot of different things. And yeah, let's do this. Let's talk about this story. I'm going to show you a bunch of panels. I'm going to do a voiceover over those panels. I hope you enjoy this. Please stick around. I got tons of stuff working on this channel. There's always something new going on. I'm constantly trying to drop content. I'm trying to always have new, fresh things going on, new, fresh ideas. And yeah, let's do this. Let's talk about Kowloon generic romance. Kowloon, for those who do not know, was a real place located in China. There is even a band I'm personally a fan of called Kowloon Walled City, for that's what it was, a walled city. It was demolished in 1994 and at one point had been claimed by both China and the UK, though neither did all that much to take care of it. If you look at pictures of it, it is decrepit looking, extremely unsafe, and probably not a good place to raise children. From what I've heard and read and seen in YouTube videos, it was also pretty dangerous, with gangs doing shady business on the cramped streets of Kowloon. Even the Chinese triad set up shop, though they were supposedly there to enforce peace. The Kowloon we are greeted with in this story is not the same one from real life. While both are extremely dystopian, this fictional version has a much more romantic feel. I loved the noir elements and nostalgia for a bygone era. A pretty strong theme of this story being the 1950s. The story itself admits a fondness for things of the past and reminiscing about them. Even the artwork feels dreamy and ethereal at times. The character designs and clothes look like they were ripped out of a manga made in the 1970s by a writer who grew up in the 50s. From the first page to the last, I couldn't put this story down. I fell totally in love with our lead character, Reiko Kujidai. She's stunning to gaze upon, raven-haired and bespectacled. She has a soft and sweet sort of personality that can become feisty when the occasion calls for it. She's a lot of fun, positive, and outgoing. She works as a realtor, but her time is split up between different facets of her life and day. From the morning when she wakes up and has her morning cigarette to when she clocks in and then goes to lunch and then goes home. It's a slice of life to be sure, but her co-worker and love interest is almost the exact opposite of her. He's brutish and rude and doesn't seem to understand personal space. He also often neglects to give Kujidai any sort of respect, brushing her off or flat out not listening to her. Kujidai and Kudo-san, her co-worker, go out to lunch, reflect on the way the city is ever evolving, and comment on the ways in which nostalgia wafts through the air. There is something eerie happening in the background, though it doesn't seem sinister, more like deja vu. The side characters in this story are a lot of fun as well. It doesn't ever really feel flat. The whole thing is totally vibrant. This sometimes feels like the Japanese version of the Jetsons, though not nearly as futuristic. Everything about this story feels so happening and lively. It never wallows in self-pity or expects you to feel bad for the characters. It's not exactly feel-good either, but the tone here is pleasant, and as I've mentioned before, ethereal. It really does feel like you've stepped into someone's dream, though there is a section that's slightly turned into a nightmare. It legit gave me chills and almost reminded me of the Apple Plus show Severance. I won't spoil Severance or the scene that it reminded me of. However, I do recommend that show. I really highly recommend Severance. Please watch it if you haven't already. As I've said before, this tale is oozing with nostalgia out of every pore. Shops open and close on the streets of Kowloon City and are remembered as if they'd been closed 20 years ago and not just yesterday. The ephemeral has a place here, in this story, in this world. The transient sense of wonder and understanding. Two different words to mean the same thing. Time is ever fleeting, and all we are left with is nostalgia, remembering the time we did that thing, and it fills us with joy or heartbreak. We move like shipwrecked sailors, like people with nowhere to belong, being homesick for a place that no longer exists. Sorry, I'm looking at my brother's dog. He's like exploring every corner of my room here in which I record my videos. What sold me on wanting to, initially check out Kowloon was the artwork. I saw this cover and I was just like, it blew me away. I don't know why. Like, I just saw our lead here and the artwork, her with the cigarette, her hair, the glasses. There's just something so chic, so retro about it. And everything here, tells you about the story that you're getting yourself into. Like, it all plays a part. Like, her glasses play a part in the series, her like whole unique look, the fact that she's wearing, like, I'm not really sure what this sort of outfit that she's wearing is called, but it is like a traditional, I want to say like a traditional like Chinese kind of an outfit. And then she's a really big fan of watermelon, so she is eating a watermelon, smoking a cigarette, because she has this whole thing about smoking cigarettes and eating watermelon at the same time. And so right here, just looking at this cover, like, you get a lot about this character, just looking at this cover. So just, looking at that cover, you get a lot about, who the character is and kind of the journey that you're going to embark with her as she tries to, find romance with somebody in this kind of, apocalyptic, or yeah, I guess in a sense, apocalyptic, kind of like dystopian kind of a setting. And I really enjoyed every second of it. I didn't want it to end because I had such a good time reading it. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Volume 2. And I think Volume 2 drops in like December or something like that, or January. I'm not even sure when Volume 2 drops, but I'm excited to check it out and see, what's going to happen. And maybe one day I'll do like a why you should read Kowloon generic romance. But as of right now, like, everything about it, the artwork is incredible. And like, I legitimately like cannot think of a single flaw within it. And there's even like towards the end of the series, it kind of starts to do some stuff where it kind of becomes like Shutter Island a little bit, and that was really cool. So there's definitely more going on, and it's more futuristic. It's kind of like a mishmash of like a future retro type of a setting. What's going on, dude? Trying to get comfortable? And and yeah, and it's a pretty solid read. So I'm excited to see where it's gonna go and what our characters in this story are gonna get into as it progresses. And I definitely, if you like, I don't know, he's trying to eat this thing. If you like a story that's like a rom-com, but at the same time it's not like a super well funnily titled Kowloon generic romance, there isn't anything actually super generic about it. It's actually like a pretty unique, I think, intelligent, interesting story. So yeah, I hope that you will check it out. If you have read it, please tell me your thoughts about it, whether you enjoyed it or you didn't like it. I'd love to know. I got a lot of other stuff coming. I always have something or other, brewing on this channel. So please stick around. I hope that you have enjoyed our time together. I know I've enjoyed our time together, and I think Toby has also enjoyed our time together. So until next time we meet, please take care of yourselves.